The CEO was shocked to discover that his wife, whom he had searched for 5 years, was working as a waitress in a bar. He stood up and blurted out her name. The woman, seeing him, never dreamed the husband she had longed for day and night was still alive. As she reached out to touch him, wondering if it was real, her husband grabbed her hand. 5 years ago, they had been an enviable couple. They married, soon had a child, and lived happily, but their joy was brief. A phone call shattered everything. That day, the wife learned her family had gone bankrupt overnight, and her father had committed suicide by jumping off a building. Devastated, she prepared to rush home. Before leaving, she wanted to tell her husband, but she could not reach him. At that moment, a scheming woman stepped forward and said the most urgent thing was for him to return to his parents' home first, promising to explain. No sooner had the wife left than the woman produced a divorce agreement, lying that his wife despised him for being poor and had aborted their child, then left him behind. The man did not believe it and tried to find his wife, but the next second he was hit by a truck. Meanwhile, the wife, just arriving home after getting off the plane, received news that her husband had died in a car accident. Losing her father and husband in one day was too much for the pregnant woman, and she fainted. 5 years passed quickly. She gave birth to the CEO's child alone and raised him. She never expected her. Husband was alive and had become the heir to a top conglomerate. During those years, the man harbored resentment toward his wife's betrayal, hating that she had abandoned him and aborted their child. In grief, he erected a tombstone for his son. Unaware her husband lived, the wife brought their child to pay respects daily. One day, while sweeping the grave, the boy saw a man who looked exactly like the photo on his father's tombstone. He told his mother, but she saw only the man's back and thought he was mistaken, missing their chance to meet. Because of premature birth, the son had been ill since birth. To raise money for surgery, the woman worked nights at a bar. The CEO learned where she worked and came that night hoping to see her. Unexpectedly, he met the wife he had longed for. Seeing her, he froze. Seeing him alive, the woman was overjoyed and reached for him. The man wanted to embrace her, but memories of betrayal and the child he believed she aborted surged up, and he angrily pushed her down. A rich young man nearby, seeing the CEO's bad mood, bullied the woman to vent his anger. The wife, unaware of the truth, could not understand why the man she once loved would humiliate her. She only knew her heart ached as the past and present collided, leaving love, hatred, and fate cruelly tangled before her eyes. Their reunion became the start of misunderstanding and pain.